we're starting to really zero it in on what to expect for 2018 and some cryptocurrencies that you just get the notion are really due for a bull run rally. First and foremost, this is not financial advice. I'm not a professional. This is just my opinion on my insights that I've uncovered. And if you like altcoin news, please hit subscribe and like this video if you enjoy the content that you're about to watch. With all that being said, you just get the impression that Ripple is overdue for an injection in market capitalization and a bull run rally in 2018, where you could be looking at potentially easily a 35-cent cryptocurrency, but we're really saying like this market cap will possibly double in 2018, putting it at about 50 cents. And people have been even more bullish about Ripple, saying that it could be as high as $1, with some people even speculating $5, which is actually kind of really outrageous. But to say 50 cents, a bull run doubling in price, and this is a safe conservative play to assume this, okay? So saying that Ripple at 50 cents, that's not really too outlandish. It's a safe play. It would be an all-time high for Ripple, but realistically, guys, we could easily be looking at a 50-cent Ripple token, and there is a high circulating supply of XRP here, but they're due for a bull run, and anything over, anytime you can double down, that's a bull run for me, in my opinion. Now, I want to also say, if you don't know what Ripple is, you need to come on to CoinMarketCap, take a look at this website here, and dig around and understand more about them. They work with, I want to say 47 banks, American Express. So they have a lot of technology that they're offering to these banks, and that's through RippleNet. So you need to familiarize yourself with RippleNet. Ripple connects banks, payment providers, digital asset exchanges, and corporates via RippleNet to provide one frictionless experience to send money globally. So like I said, they're working with American Express. That was from the United States to UK only, but it was using the RippleNet technology. You need to take a look at these guys, and if you're a safe investor and you're looking to make a safe move into a cryptocurrency that's got a lot of room to grow and potential, Ripple would probably be #1 on the list. I know a lot of you guys are knowing about Ripple, and this is not anything new to you guys, but realistically, they are overdue for a bull run rally, and over 50 cents in 2018 is very realistic. All right, moving right along, we're going to talk about IOTA. A lot of people know about IOTA. As you can see, the circulating supply is well below Ripple. So is the market capitalization, but the tech behind Ripple is innovative. It's creative, it's new, it's the Tangle Ledger, and you need to know about the Tangle Ledger because it's different than the blockchain. And this is what makes this cryptocurrency very, very interesting and due for a bull run in 2018. And I think you could say that Ripple you could be looking at a $5 Ripple, whereas you wouldn't be looking at you could be looking at a $5 IOTA, whereas you wouldn't be looking at a $5 Ripple, right? So in 2018, if this gets to about around $12 billion in market cap, which is completely possible, you could be looking at a $5 IOTA. That's a lot more gains than you would get with a conservative play on Ripple, but the technology here is really impressive, and I told you about it. The main innovation behind IOTA is the Tangle, a revolutionary new blockless distributed ledger which is scalable, lightweight, and for the first time ever makes it possible to transfer value without any fees. There you go, guys. You can see IOTA's got tons of room to move. Contrary to today's blockchain's consensus is no longer decoupled, but instead an intrinsic part of the system, leading to decentralized and self-regulating peer-to-peer network. You can read their white paper. Like I said, IOTA is due for a real serious bull run. I mean, it's been primed, it's been building momentum, and in 2018, you just get the idea that it's going to go. And if all of these, if you take away anything from these, just take a 365-day approach to these investments here. and see where they're going to end up. And these are some safe plays, most of them. Now, obviously, you can't guarantee any of them be successful or all of them be successful, but these are on the conservative side, safe plays that should gain guaranteed gains, in my opinion, okay? And I think IOTA can do a five-fold gain, whereas I think with Ripple, you could say that it would double easy. This one, you could be looking at 5 times. Lisk. Lisk is another one of those that's in the 5 to 10 times range. You get the impression that at some point in time, Lisk has got to be closing in on at least $40 for a Lisk token around the price of NEO. But you also get the notion that it could be a lot higher than that, as you would with NEO. If you're calling NEO undervalued, even at 35, sure, it's got a lower circulating supply, but you've got to at least say that Lisk, even at these prices, is extremely undervalued for what they're working on right now. And they're due for another bull run. And I'm big on these guys. And when I say 10 times, I mean, I don't think it's unrealistic to say that they get to around $80 to $90 in 2018. So keep an eye on Lisk, add them to your radar. There is an alternative to this one, and there's alternatives to every one of these coins that really have massive room to grow, but they're not, these are conservative plays in my opinion, meaning that these are strong teams, strong tech with almost guaranteed upside in 2018 at these prices. Even in a bull market here in 2017, we're in a sea of green right now. So these prices could pull back before they go higher. So, I mean, if these start to pull back to, if this goes back to $6 or $5, I mean, that's accumulation point, because at some point it's going to make a bull run. Okay, so the alternative to this one is RISE, R-I-S-E. So I'm bringing that up because I think you should know about it. But check out Lisk on their Lisk website. I know I talk about these guys a lot, but they're still due, and they still have a great open source application, decentralized blockchain applications that will be built on Lisk from the group in pure JavaScript and take advantage of the powerful Lisk APIs. In addition, every app will run in its own sidechain to ensure that Lisk itself stays safe and scalable. Currently in development, these features will become available in Q4 2017. There's also a Lisk rebranding that's coming up. No one knows exactly. I think they said February. I think it was already supposed to happen. So we don't know exactly when the rebranding comes out, but that's supposed to have be a facelift for Lisk that should move the price also from here. So this is a safe play. Like I said, this one has anywhere between 5 to 10 times growth potential. Now, Omise Go is another one of those in the same category as Lisk with the 5 to 10 times growth potential. You'll notice these circulating supplies here are similar between Lisk and Omise Go, but the tech is not similar. This is a financial platform. Their thing is unbank the banked. What they're basically looking to do is say, hey, look, Southeast Asia currently handles a lot of fiat dollars. The average person in Southeast Asia has a smartphone but does not have a bank account. So they're saying, well, let's fix that to where people with smartphones can actually transact online and participate in the economy. As you can see, they've had some highs. I mean, in 2018, you could be looking at a 5 to 10% gains, or 5 to 10 times gains. But realistically, because we cannot give financial advice about that, we're talking about extreme upsides here, right? But to suggest that Omise Go goes back to the $12 range, easy. So this is another conservative play. If you're just saying, well, it's going to reach $12, $13 again in 2018, so you're going to make some money. If you're invested in Ripple, this is another safe play to assume that would happen in $1 billion market cap again. But the thing to consider, the upside is massive here. There's massive upside with these guys. In 2018, it's not unrealistic to see Omise Go at $40 to $50, maybe even higher, which would put us at the 10 times range. Now that's massive upside, extremely bullish, but we get the notion that they're due for a bull run. They've been a really boring cryptocurrency to own up until this moment, and when they get their bull run rally and they eclipse $13 per coin, you got to wonder where Omise Go is going to go. Now, all of these, like I said, some of these could end up going way down, but because we're making a big list here, to suggest that all of these 7 or 8 cryptocurrencies are going to go up. That would be, to go 8 for 8 would be amazing, but that's not realistic, right? To say that 8 for 8, but we're more than likely in crypto, it's possible to go 8 for 8. It doesn't mean that I know that I'm a genius or anything. It just means that we're in a really strong bull market, and these are really strong cryptocurrencies, and these are all conservative plays. So Omise Go at this price, yeah, it's a conservative buy. You should be trying to accumulate Omise Go when it's at 6.11 or even in the $6 range, but at 8.74, you know, knowing that it's due for a bull run, here you go. So let's just take a look at their website. Like I said, unbank the banks. OMG is their ticker. You know, come on here, check it up, check them out. I already gave you an idea of what they're working on, so we don't need to spend too much time, but you can see what I'm talking about. Unbank the bank. That coin phrase is being used now quite a bit. All right, so next one, Cardano. People don't like Cardano because it's got a massive total supply, but they do like the fact that they call it the next Ethereum. By the way, this is not the only next Ethereum. I mean, they call List the Ethereum killer. There's all these terms that are thrown around. Cardano, the difference between Cardano and the other ones is the circulating supply is just outrageously high, so it'll always be a penny token, right? Now, the same person behind Cardano he's the CEO of, or he was at one point a key player on the Ethereum project, and because of that, you know, that's had a big impact on Cardano's overall upward trend. That's Charles Hoskins, and you know, founded in 2015 by Charles Hoskins and Jeremy Wood, IOHK is a world-class engineering and technology company committed to using peer-to-peer innovations to provide financial services to 3 billion people that don't have them. The group is contracted to design, build, and maintain the Cardano platform through 2020. Like I said, Charles Hoskins is also a major player in the development of Ethereum. You can look up multiple different videos about Charles. There's an interview recently with him and Crypto Lark if you want to check that out. Cardano, like I said, I mean, it's got tons of room to grow. The roadmap has been kind of indefinite up until now, and like I said, this high circulating supply is concerning to a lot of people because that means there's got to be a lot of money poured in order to make this price go. But even at under $1 billion, there's still massive growth potential here. And, you know, look at this. I mean, you get the impression they're due for a bull run. To say that they could reach a 30-cent Cardano in 2018 is realistic. And, you know, that's more than 10 times gains. No, that's about 10 times gains to see a 30-cent Cardano. To see a 40-cent Cardano would be pretty nice, but you see the upside, even though there's a large circulating supply. So just keep that in mind. Cardano, a safe investment, but it's got to have a lot of market capitalization to push this price. To close in on 3 cents is a big deal. To close in on 4 cents. But if you buy it just under 3 cents and it goes up to 6 cents and you put in $1,000, you made $2,000. You get the point, guys. So Cardano, a lot of upside. You're going to have to check out their website and learn more about their tech, but add them to your radar. They're due for a bull run, and yes, they are due for a bull run in 2018. Now, this one right here is what I like to call stalemate. They're in a stalemate position right now. Their tech that they're working on is massive, but they don't have the marketing clout behind it that they need to really get the interest that something like Power Ledger has done. So Power Ledger has done an outstanding job of creating a buzz about excess power being used, but what about excess computation? What about excess computer power? Can you also sell that back into the quote-unquote grid, right? Sell that back into the community in a peer-to-peer manner. That's what Golem is. They're a supercomputer. So if you have excess computation power just sitting idle, you can sell it and make money with it using Golem. And that's the big thing about Golem. So whereas Power Ledger is really done a great job of getting out in the community and pushing their technology. Golem hasn't exactly been able to get out in the community to create the buzz that really should be there about the worldwide supercomputer. So these guys, there's not a lot of YouTubers talking about them, not a lot of people talking about them, because their tech is still, according to the roadmap and everything, or well, how long it's going to take to deploy this actual technology is still got some time out, right? But if you just come over here and check out Golem, I mean, these guys are working on a massive project, very serious project, and you just get the impression they're due for a bull run. But because it's a big, slow-moving machine, to say that it's going to be massively priced in 2018, I don't know if you could say that. But overall, absolutely, these guys have room to grow, and this is due for a bull run. But if it doesn't get it, I mean, this is one that you're just going to have to sleep on and not really look at too much unless you see it pop up onto your radar, because don't expect much from it. But when it goes, it's going to be a big rise, and it's going to be a big player if they pull off what they're trying to pull off by being the world's worldwide supercomputer, where basically people are using this to sell excess computation. Massive upside here, guys. Massive upside with these guys. Golem, oh my goodness. If you guys really started digging into Golem, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And yeah, so in 2018, to say that this is going to do a ×2 or a ×3, I think that's realistic. But long term, this is going to do something. This is going to put up some big numbers. This is going to be big. There's no reason to believe at some point in the next couple years that it won't have a $2 billion market cap, and you can see what that would do to the price. All right, so keep your eye on Golem. 2018, I think it's going to be due for some sort of short, I think it's due for some bull run. I don't know how big that bull run is going to be, but this one's due for a bull run at some point, and when it has it, it's going to be big. If it's 2018 and you buy now, wow, good on you. But we'll see. This isn't financial advice. This is just my opinion. All right. Moving right along here. So Ethos, formerly known as Bitcoins, has had a bull run here recently. That's because when I was buying Ethos at 48 cents. I was loading up on Ethos at 48 cents when it was called Bitcoins. I was not loading up right here, which would have been the best time to load up. But yeah, I mean, they're working on a massive size technology. They're a great team. They've got Shingo Levine, a young man who's got a great vision behind this. His plan is to basically create one-click diversification of cryptocurrency, and that's something that is going to accelerate adoption, as they like to say. Ethos, like I said, formerly known as Bitcoins, in case you've been out enjoying your week, Thanksgiving or holidays this last week or two. Bitcoins changed its name to Ethos. Let's check out their website. I think we went over everything that needs to be said about Bitcoins, but universal wallet, that's big. One-click diversification. They also have a rating system on here for coins. You can compare them here. You need to come onto the Ethos website and take a look at everything that they have in comparison to even Coinbase. So Ethos, they got a lot of room to grow. You get the impression in 2018 they'll have another bull run, and I think a $10 Ethos in 2018 is very realistic, and some guys in the YouTube community have projected a $100 Ethos coin. So I'm just putting that out there. These guys have a lot of upside, and I think even at this price, it's still a decent accumulation point. But right here is where you really should have been buying it, and for a safe play. At this point, you're just speculating. So, but a $10 Ethos token, realistic in 2018, especially when they drop their universal wallet and their technology is deployed. Keep an eye on these guys. Probably want to get at least a core position even at this price. I'm really big on Zcash. So Dash has been getting a lot of attention as the primary privacy coin. But look at this circulating supply compared to Dash. Zcash, they're the privacy coin that I'm keeping an eye on. The internet of money, Bitcoin and most cryptocurrencies expose you to entire payment history to the public. Zcash is the first open, permissionless cryptocurrency that can fully protect the privacy of transactions using zero knowledge cryptography. I just like Zcash. I mean, you could take a look at Monero. This one, I don't know where the roof is on this. If something like CoinMama or Coinbase starts, preferring Zcash over Dash or something, we could look at a move. But I think you should consider getting into Zcash, and I think Zcash has a lot of room to grow based on what we've seen with Dash. I see Zcash as the one that probably is due for the bull run. You could look at Monero. So all these privacy coins are really surging alongside Bitcoin right now. And then you have Verge, which is a high circulating supply privacy coin that has a lot of room to grow, but they had a little bit of an issue with the preferred wallet lately. So I'm not going to recommend Verge, and I'm not a big fan of these max supply tokens, although I did recommend basically 3 of them because IOTA's a high supply also. So Ripple and Cardano, and then you put in Verge. That could be something to keep an eye on. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with my original comments about Zcash being the one that's due for a bull run. And I think it's a very conservative play with Zcash. I'd say at least get one of these, just like they recommend. Just get one Bitcoin, just get one Bitcoin Cash, get one Bitcoin Gold, if anything. Like try to get one and one of all these because they're all probably going to go up, but you don't know which one's going to have the massive spike. Anyways, guys, this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like if you would, please. If you didn't enjoy the video, you could also give it a down like. It's up to you. And then, anyways, guys, see you next time.